Welcome back to the YouTube channel, everyone. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer just dropped, and oh my gosh, is this absolute cinema? Well, yes it is. I am so glad that they delayed it because oh my gosh, this trailer looks amazing. I'm not going to waste any more of you guys' time. We have a lot to break down, so let's get straight into it. Okay, I want to say this before I break down the trailer with this plot, characters, and what I think is going to happen. I need to say one thing. It's been almost a decade since Scorpion's first appearance in Spider-Man Homecoming in 2017. It's been 9 years. I am glad that they're finally bringing that back, though, and they're actually going to work to make him work in the story, and I'm glad that he's actually going to get screen time. Although, I don't think he's going to get a lot of screen time. I really don't. I don't think he's going to be the main villain. I think it's going to be someone else. I think Scorpion is just going to be 5, maybe 10 minutes of the movie. But that's besides the point. Guys, this trailer is absolute cinema. We can talk endlessly about the new cinematography that they're doing, especially that one shot with his eye and the mask. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. The shot where he's breaking the sword off the Red Ninja things. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. The shot where he's kicking Frank Castle out of the van. The shot where he's like passing out and he wakes up in a web cocoon. Oh my gosh. What, like, possibly seeing Sadie Sink in the trailer. Like, where do I even begin? I don't even know. I mean, this trailer really emphasizes that Peter Parker has not moved on from MJ and Ned after 4 years. So, presumably, this movie is 4 years after No Way Home. However, we do not know if they are currently in college, because the beginning of the trailer says, are you excited for first day of MIT? So, that presumably is like right after No Way Home, like roughly like a few months after, and then the movie is going to pick up again 4 years later, like after they graduate, presumably. We see MJ dating, and Peter Parker is not exactly the happiest man about it. We see that Ned has hair. Kudos to my man Ned. Wait, no, wait, he's always had hair. Wait. Huh. Okay, deja vu, or whatever you want to call that. I always thought he was bald because the actor's bald, but I guess not. I'm just dumb, I guess. Whatever. Unfortunately, we do not see J.K. Simmons return as the news reporter. I cannot remember his name for the life of me right now. Gotta remember it's gonna be on the screen, but I can't remember because I'm tired and I don't remember. Do-do-do-da. What is his name? Why can't I remember? Da-da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da. I don't know. I'll come back to it later. Anyway, so basically, I kind of wanted to see him just being like, I really do wish that, like, he was in the trailer. It's not like a make or break it or anything, but it would have been really cool just for the connection. Whatever. We do see Scorpion fighting Spider-Man. His suit looks amazing. We do see Boomerang in a frame. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of it online, because I can't go frame by frame with my editing software, so I'm going to have to find an image. We do see, I'm trying to remember, I don't know, basically the trailer has Peter Parker struggling with his mental health to the point where, like, toward the middle end of the trailer, we see that there's a narrator going, a spider has 3 life cycles, and between the cycles, they are, like, left vulnerable to change. And this is interesting because we see that he has organic webbing now due to this mutation. And then at the end of the trailer, when he's just about to break the sword off the flying ninja things, I don't know their names, guys. I'm not a comic book person. I'll put it on the screen, whatever. and we see that his eyes like go black. That's interesting because I think that's him transforming again, because I do know this comic where Peter Parker goes through something like this and then he starts mutating into like an actual spider or something like that. That's going to be an interesting plot point to see in this movie if they actually go through with it. So Frank Castle, he is in this movie. Well, we all knew he was going to be in the movie, but to what extent? And I'm glad that he actually showed him interacting with Spider-Man. And they do not seem to be friends. They work together to a point, but I am glad that they do understand that they are not friends, and therefore they are not trying to get along together. And that's just really funny. I love the scene where he kicks Frank out of the van, and then he's trying to move the tank, and then he gets slammed into a bus. I think that's just kind of funny. I love the cinematography and the colors. I do prefer the color palette to No Way Home in terms of the visual, bright, and just how vibrant it is. I think this movie is going to be a darker movie in terms of its tone. So I am glad that they are executing a darker look while not neglecting having good visuals. I do think they nailed it. They released a bunch of clips yesterday, and I saw it was all just like grayscale, and I'm like, oh no. That's like the most immature way to say this is a dark movie. It's the most immature way to do it. But they didn't do it with this one. So I'm very, very thankful. What else? Yeah, Sadie Sink. We see someone's contained by the government. And we think that's her. Then again, we don't really know. We see Peter Parker by Aunt May's grave. That's interesting because he's still mourning that. We do see that the city respects and loves Spider-Man while no one knows who Peter Parker is. And I do kind of wish they'll go more into how did he get his identity back in terms of being able to get an apartment, college, and all of that. I do wish they kind of went into that because that was a big plot hole in No Way Home at the end. But that's kind of a make or break it. We do see Bruce Banner talking to Peter about mutations can be bad, especially to this scale. We do see that he wakes up in a web cocoon and that he gets organic webbing like Tobey Maguire. This is an interesting turn of events because we didn't think this was possible for Spider-Man, but apparently it is. I could just be wrong. I'm not a Spider-Man comic book fan. I'm not really a comic book fan in general. So I don't really know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. But for right now, that's what I gathered. I'll probably do a breakdown, like frame by frame, later when I find the ability to do it. But that's what I noticed in this trailer. So, alright. I just want to say thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video. And, yeah, we need to make this movie a $1 billion movie because this is going to be cinema. Alright, see you all in the next video. Bye!